Will you please welcome tonight's guest, comedian and best-selling author, and also a good friend of mine, Janey Godley! How are you doing?
Great. How are you doing?
Take a wee seat. How are you doing? All right?
Oh, I'm absolutely exhausted.
Oh, I can just see that backstage nerves and everything. So tell us, Janey, now, you just had number 3 best-selling book in Scotland. But I know you, Janey, for doing stand-up, so tell us, how did you get into stand-up?
Well, I get into stand-up because I liked being funny behind the bar when I used to be in the East End, although I'm now a West Ender, but that tag still sticks.
It's a wee upgrade.
It's a wee upgrade. And then I went to the Edinburgh Festival about 2003, and I wrote a play, and I did the play and a stand-up comedy show the same day.
What kind of things do you talk about in your stand-up?
Well, I talk about subjects that are largely quite likely to be taboo. Normally, you couldn't make funny.
Yeah.
Like child abuse and
that's
murder.
A good laugh.
And it's brilliant, yeah. You're laughing already. You're like, bring on the Gary Glitter line. And,
no, but seriously, you actually do take quite dark subjects,
yes,
and you're actually able to laugh at them, which is amazing.
Absolutely, yeah. My show got like 6 4-star, 1 5-star last year as well. Yeah, because I think that as a female stand-up, people assume you're going to talk about, you know, girly subjects, or maybe I'm going to, like, ovulate or something. And, yeah, like, that's interesting. And I actually decided to pick subjects that are based on my life that I wrote about in the book.
The book's actually based on a lot of your real experiences, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
In the East End of Glasgow.
Yes, it is. It covers my life, and I was abused as a child, and then it moves on through the East End and how I was brought up in Shettleston, and then my mother was murdered when I was 21. Don't worry, there is a punchline to all this. And you're laughing at murder already. I like you. And then it goes on to how I get caught. I had a pub in the East End of Glasgow, and I married into, I don't like the word gangster, but I don't know another name for people who hide guns in their garden. So I'm going to have to go with that. So I know, lucky me, oh, caught a man. So, yeah, laugh at my pain. So,
actually, that's interesting you say that, because that's what I noticed about the book. Yeah. You actually seem to be able to take, like, dark subjects and laugh at them. Do you think that's the way you deal with things that have happened that are really
absolutely
bad?
Yeah, I think that is the definite way to go. You can either sit in the house, roll up into a corner and chew your own hair for a couple of months, or you can just put on a face, get your attitude right and get back out. You see, the thing is, Craig, being a victim of abuse but being a survivor, you can either let people say, well, I screwed her life up. Yeah. And I think you'll find, having written his name in that book and did it really big, he'll not be going to the Orange Walk for a while.
The good thing is that you don't seem to have any bitterness at all. I mean, I thought if I read the book, a lot of that would come across, but not at all in your case.
No, not at all. I mean, what's the point? So if I take on the anger and bitterness that he gave me, I'm going to spend the rest of my life being an angry, narrowed woman. Are you joking? I've got a daughter to raise, shoes to buy and food to eat. Give me a break.
Yeah, and you're right, because that's kind of like they've succeeded in a way as well.
Yeah.
I love the title, Handstands in the Dark. Oh, can I just show people this? Handstands in the Dark. Now, where did that title come from?
The title Handstands came from the fact that when I was a kid and I used to get stressed out, other people used to just throw stones and smash folks' windows. I used to go upside down because my house was really untidy and messy. But if you go upside down, the place is immaculately clean and clear, except for a couple of clothes hanging on that pulley in the kitchen that frightened me because it was like people upside down trying to grab me. But handstands.
But there's a great story in the book. When you were a child, you hid inside a cow. What was that about?
Yeah, no, Halloween cheap outfit. No, what happened was in Shettleston and in most sort of places in Glasgow, the old butchers had those beautiful, do you know, remember those old tiles with the cows and the beautiful pictures in the pastures, and then you get inside and it's dead smelly, the butcher's got one eye and there's 4 dead cows hanging in it. And he's like, what are you wanting? I'm like, oh, please don't say a length of sausage, he will give you it. So I'm standing, I'm 7 or 8, and I'm standing in the queue, and my mammy's taking forever, and I got off the board, so I climbed up inside one of the cows, yes, till I was completely in it, and then I went, this is the queue talking, you're all dead. a talking cow.
What I was amazed at is how do you do the transition from stand-up into writing? Because that's quite a big leap, really, isn't it?
Well, I wrote the play first, which I've always wanted to write a play.
Is the play connected to the book?
The play's semi-autobiographical, and it's based on me standing in that pub in the East End, looking out that window, wishing I was somewhere else. And I play the alter ego of Janey, who did take heroin, and how it all pans out.
It's about how your life could have been if you'd gone in another
totally,
direction.
that's it. So writing the play was really good fun because I'd never acted before, and I was really terrified. And then it got took to the West End of London, and I thought, I'm going to die because I can't remember all the lines. It was okay playing that back in Glasgow, so I tried to figure it. You ever tried to fake a stroke?
Well, I've done it once or twice. I love you.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah. But this guy came to see both the play and the stand-up comedy show, and he put me in touch with Random House, who within 3 days offered me a book deal. I actually had a book deal before I had a literary agent, and the email came through, and I did that thing. I said to my daughter, I think that's wrong, going to read that? And she went, OK, you taught me to read. That says you've got a book deal.
Which must have been amazing, because you've been doing
I
something.
ran to the toilet and screamed for ages.
I've been doing that for years.
I know.
So what's next for Janey Godley? What are you up to now?
Well, next I'm doing the play, and then I'm going
Where's the play on again?
The play is on at Peterson Park Hall down in Yoker, and that's next Thursday, the 27th.
And what's it called?
It's called Smack the Point of Yes. And then I'm off to London because I'm working with Ned Sherrin in Loose Ends. I've got a job there doing some interviewing. And then my one-woman show goes to the Cochrane Theatre in London in December. So I'm doing lots of comedy in between.
And stand-up-wise, where can people in Scotland see you?
Jongleurs, and I'm doing Funny Woman on tour at the Stand in November.
Well, I wish you every luck for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been a gorgeous guest. Janey Godley!